Okay, we're back again for part two, talking through issue 2 of the fanzine. I've just told you about this article live from New York by Madeline, which was all about the performance you did with Klaus Nomi and others. Again, amazing design by Chris at Love Milky Cereal. Jessica Lee Morgan did a brilliant piece for us. Jessica's a member of Holy Holy, and she met David Bowie, which she talks about in here, and of course she's also the daughter of Tony Visconti and Mary Hopkin, and she really answered the questions in depth. You know, we put maybe about 12-15 questions to her, and she answered in really great depth and given us quite an insight into things. Some of it's about growing up in a musical family. Some of it's about performing with Holy Holy, some of it's about meeting Bowie, and of course a lot of it's about her own amazing solo career. She's got her second album out at the moment, which is Around the Block, which is really good. When we saw Holy Holy at, I think it must have been Hull, Jessica signed a copy of the album for me, but I was just behind Wendy Wu in the lineup, and she thought it was Wendy, so she actually wrote on my album, "Love you, Wendy, Jessica." I was like, "I'm not Wendy," so she had to cross it out and write "Soz Nick." So I've got one that says "Love you, Wendy," crossed out "Soz Nick" on it. So it's probably a collector's item. Philip Orliak, another amazing photographer who took Bowie's photo for years, supplied us with some completely unseen images of Bowie. We love getting unseen images in the fanzine. That's one of the real things that excites us, and we've got loads coming up for issue 3. And here's some from the Thin White Duke era from issue 2. And he actually wrote these in wrote the article in French, I think, and then we translated it. Erin does an amazing job running our Instagram for us, and she's written this article for us as well for this issue about the Rochester Memorial. She lives in New York. And here's some about Bowie's art, the art that Bowie actually painted as opposed to collected. And a fan encounter here as well, quite in-depth article. Again, I love the design on this one. This is the article written by Dylan Jones, who's got a book coming out about Bowie in the next, I think it's coming out next month actually. And he's also the editor of GQ magazine in the UK. About his own sort of relationship with Bowie, meeting him, interviewing him and getting to know him. This is a piece about the original Beckenham Festival, with some completely unseen photos by David Bevington. You'll be familiar with the format of these, but there are one or two here that have never been seen at all before, so we're thrilled to be able to share those with fans. And Liz Kershaw, the amazing DJ from Radio 1 and now 6 Music, did a piece for us as well. And that's a piece with that's a photo of Woody Woodmansey, of course. Okay, this is another one I think looks brilliant. Pat Pope was a photographer who found himself doing some official work for Bowie in the end. He didn't really expect to, but he was there taking some photos, and they needed some for official reasons, so they just said to him, I think Bowie said to him, "Can you take some photos for us? We'll pay you." And he's like, "Yeah." I think he would have done it without pay. So amazing portrait he let us use there that he took at the time, and a photo of him meeting Bowie as well. And that's where it's reported in the newspaper. Okay, this is a piece by Abby Smart. She went to see the play Mick Ronson, This Is For You. She went to see Dave's double bill actually, so you can look out for more about that in the future. And she's reviewed the thing and was clearly very impressed with the performance. Dean October's a prominent academic who's published works about Bowie. I think he's got a new one out at the moment actually. And he kindly wrote us a piece about his artwork that he did. You can see it in the top corner here, which was inspired by, well, I'd say inspired by Bowie's death, but it came just after Bowie died. Well worth a read. And finally, because we like to feature fans as much as possible, we get lots of fan art coming in, lots of it really, really high standard as well, so we featured as many as we can. in the final couple of pages. And we end with, as we always do, the Bowie quote. So that's it for issue 2. You've had a really in-depth look through it now. We're working really hard on issue 3 at the moment. Loads and loads of really good contents come in from fans and from well-known contributors as well. So thanks very much for listening, and see you next time.